I think it's fair to say that no one can stand the star of this movie.
Rachel Zegler is extraordinarily woke, but she's woke in a way that's quite deranged. I truly do believe that.
And it just goes to show you exactly why she is so universally rejected right now.
And if you disagree with this sentiment, just hit the unfollow button. I don't need your business.
This is someone who is as entitled as, I don't need your business. You know what? Maybe Disney does. Maybe you're a tool, you're a pawn in this film. You didn't write it. You didn't direct it. You have nothing to do with the creation of Snow White. Right. You should shut up and do the
excuse me. Your curtain. Please allow me to help.
Help? From you?
I didn't mean to offend. I just thought you should know that
That I should know what? That some privileged white guy thinks his opinion matters? Get over your entitlement. I'm not some damsel in distress waiting for you to ride in on your high horse.
They're remaking the movie. They just got rid of the dwarfs. Okay,
but what do they call them?
Why would they get rid of the dwarves, though?
Magical
creatures. But they have one token dwarf amongst these magical creatures. You actually just went backwards. You actually just erased the dwarfism side of it. The disability, like we're a disability group. You just erased that whole image. The argument should have been from Peter Dinklage. There's power of being on TV. There's power of television. And to put 7 people with dwarfism on camera in a major Disney movie, there's still power there. If the story is offensive, change the story. Don't change the characters.
Want to know how a Disney princess wrecked her own fairy tale? Rachel Zegler was picked to shine as Snow White, but she started a fight so big it shook Hollywood. She trashed a classic, got roasted online, and even The Simpsons made fun of her. How did one actress turn a dream job into a total disaster? Stay tuned. This story's wild, messy, and full of surprises you won't believe.
This is no ordinary apple, my dear. It's a magic wishing apple. A wishing apple? You offer it to me freely. In place of the patriarchy, you would have a queen! Not white, but diverse, inclusive, and equitable! I will become the leader I know I can be! All shall love me and despair!
Oh, what has she done to you? Fear not. First love's kiss can break any curse.
Rachel Zegler was Hollywood's new favorite. Her amazing role in West Side Story won her a big award and tons of fans. At just 20, Disney chose her to play Snow White in a new movie with Gal Gadot as the evil queen. It sounded perfect. A young star, a famous story, a huge hit, right? Nope. Rachel was about to mess it all up, and it's almost funny how fast it happened.
There's something wrong with her. She's disturbed, she's unhappy, and she thinks it's about feminism and the patriarchy and about abortion. But the reality is she's just not stable, like the majority of people in Hollywood. They're just not stable human beings. I would highly advise that you boycott this film, no matter how much your children love Snow White.
Then she gave interviews that made everyone mad. Rachel said the old Snow White from 1937 was boring. She called the prince a weird stalker and said her Snow White would be a strong leader, not a lovesick girl. Smart move, insulting a movie millions love. Fans were furious, her words spread fast online, and suddenly she wasn't a princess, she was the bad guy, but she wasn't done causing trouble.
When I win, the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her. And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them, that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
Disney made things worse by getting rid of the 7 dwarfs. Instead, they used magical creatures and added just one dwarf, like that fixed everything. Actor Peter Dinklage said it was a huge mistake, hurting people like him. Rachel tried to defend it, but she sounded like she didn't care. Fans and others got even angrier, saying she ignored an important group. For a movie about being fair, this was a giant fail, and the internet was ready to pounce.
I am walking into Snow White, 2 p.m., now seating. Let's see how empty it is. I hope it's off the walk we go. I hope. Sound like I hear a couple of people.
X became a war zone. People shared Rachel's interview clips, and #not my Snow White was everywhere. They made jokes, calling her too woke and stuck up. Every word she said, every event she went to got picked apart. Some liked her new ideas, but most just laughed at her. Rachel kept trying to explain, but it was like pouring gas on a fire. The internet decided she was the worst, and there was more drama coming.
It sounds like you're one of the only ones there, just like Rachel Zegler, as it turns out, and we part with this video of Rachel Zegler alone in a theater watching herself. One of the most unlikable humans.
That
ever.
is sadder than when the original Snow White eats the apple.
Then things got weird with Gal Gadot. At the 2022 Oscars, they stood together, but it was super awkward, no smiles, just cold looks. People said Gal, who knows how to play it safe, wanted nothing to do with Rachel's mess. Their teamwork? More like a breakup. Disney didn't say a word, letting them flop in front of everyone, but the biggest disaster was still on its way.
People are like, oh wow, Snow White flopped. Who is surprised? You cast arguably the least genuine, most out of touch, and disliked person in her industry, and her industry is Hollywood. And the bad guy is Gal Gadot.
One thing about Snow White in particular has a lot to do with Rachel Zegler's firing situation. We already talked about how she was let go from various projects by the Walt Disney Company, including doing voiceover work for Toy Story 5.
The Simpsons jumped in to make it worse. In 2025, they showed a fake movie called Snow Woke with a character like Rachel called Rachel Z. She kicks out princes, yells at everyone, and her movie fails. Then she freaks out on TV. Nice, right? It was a huge slap, and Rachel's team wasn't happy. When The Simpsons laughs at you, you're not just news, you're a famous flop. But her problems didn't stop there.
Rachel Zegler just keeps making things worse with the Walt Disney Company. The more that she tries to defend this movie, the more that she tries to spew her agenda onto the general public, it's only making matters worse. Not just for Bob Iger, but for whatever is left of the image of Disney as a whole.
I just want to tell you guys about a little incredible movie that just came out, Snow White. Wow. I just gotta tell you, best movie I've seen in years, and there have been some really good films lately. Madam Web, Rebel Moon Part 1, that movie, that transgender one with the Mexican drug lord. But Snow White blows them all away. Chat, this movie has everything. Horrifying, CGI, little people, check. A feminist princess who don't need no man, double check. Diddy dance party at the end, double Diddy check. All this to say, go see Snow White right now. The new one. Not that old stupid one where the princess gets saved by some good upstanding guy.
Rachel's life fell apart too. She got scary messages online begging people to stop. She broke up with her boyfriend Josh Andres Rivera from West Side Story because the drama was too much. Then a fake OnlyFans page with her face popped up online. It wasn't real, but people believed it because her name was so trashed. Disney dropped her from jobs like Toy Story stuff. Hollywood wasn't her friend anymore.
Please welcome Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot.
Visual effects push the boundaries of what we see on screen.
Their work makes the impossible seem possible.
With breathtaking ambition, they create magic that wraps its arms around our wildest imaginations.
Here are the nominees for Best Visual Effects.
Now Hollywood acts like Rachel's bad luck. Studios that wanted her before now run away. Her jobs? Gone. X says she's trying for small roles, but big movies aren't calling. In 1 year, she went from Disney star to a big warning sign. If she wants to come back, it better be perfect because Hollywood doesn't forget.
Fairness of her skin, as we obviously know, Rachel Zegler would be a miscast in that sense. Instead, she gets her name from surviving a snowstorm.
So, what's the deal with Rachel Zegler? She took a fairy tale and burned it down. From internet jokes to a Simpsons roast, her Snow White mess shows how to lose it all. Can she fix this and shine again, or will she stay Hollywood's biggest oops? The story's not done and everyone's watching. Don't miss what happens next.